Hi guys, how are you today? So I'll just show you the Dyson V6. This is going for all the V6 models. So basically you take your filter out, which you can get some clips which you just pull out, put that into a bucket or whatever, and then if you've got the absolute you can just twist the back filter off like that. Make sure you take the hose and whatever off the end of your cordless, then empty your bin like that, push down for your second time on that, and you should hear a click. Pull that out. Then you're going to need a flathead screwdriver, which you just pull these little levers here. Pop one, if you can pop one of those sides out. You've got both sides off. You can wash this as long as you leave it to go bone dry. Once it's bone dry, you can put it back in. And then you've got your bottom bit, so you can pull these seals up with just your hands, and then make sure you don't yank on it, because if you've got that clip there it might break. Put that into your box tub or wherever you're going to clean your stuff, and you got this. So you'll have two white bits up there, so you got one there, one there. If you just push one of those sides and then push the other side and then pull, you'll hear that click, you won't break it. And then you got this bit here. If you just get a flathead and start prying around it, mostly start at this bit here, so it pops out like that, and then keep going around. Most clips are where you got that little line there, and if you just keep popping around it, and then you can pull that off, bash that off, give it a little brush off, and then put that into your bucket. Someone's been at this before, but and then you will have you will need, should I say, a T5 screwdriver, and you will have one, 2, 3, 4 and 5 screws. So you need to take those out. Take these 5 screws out. So then that'll pop off like that. Make sure you got a little tub to put all your screws in, which I've got a tub just here, and basically just lift it up and just empty them in, and just give that a bash off, and then put that into your bucket or whatever you're going to put your clean stuff in. And then you come to this, you'll have a lot of dust on there, so if you just brush that all off, and then just get your screwdriver and pull that up, get your hand on there and tug it down, chuck that into your bucket, and then you'll have 2 screws on the back here, and you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, like the V8. After every 2 cyclones, just before your 3rd one, you'll have a screw inside. So if you just take those out, just got to realise is when you put them together, there's a different size for just the back, which are the small ones, but they're the only different size. So if you just take all these screws out, this will also stop all the pulsing, and it'll also stop foul smells coming out of your actual machine when in use. So if you pull that up, you'll have this top piece that comes off. It's always dirty. Put that down into your bucket. Then you'll have your little suction bit. Take your seals off, and then you'll have an inner cyclone part. Take that out carefully. If they rip, recommend you getting some replacements. And then basically, if you lift that over, you get some screws stuck. Just get your little screwdriver and just pop them out. And then if you've got this bit that comes out together, if you just pull that out, it can be stiff. So you got that piece, and you'll have that piece. If you also want to take the back seal off, which you just pull off, and then that comes in too. Make sure you pick up these screws once they're out, and then you've got your little cyclone. You'll also have a little rubber seal just around here. If you just take that off, make sure you get a majority of this dirt off, just so it's easier to clean. And then that's your cyclone done. And then if you pop this battery out, you'll need a crosshead screwdriver, which you can, there's going to be a screw just here. If you just take that out, put that into your little pot, you'll have two little crossheads here then. And then if you take that out, you've got an easier way of cleaning it all. Just give that a bit of a clean with a damp cloth, and that's all nice and clean. Next we'll go on to the head. Take the pole off as usual with the clip there. You can sometimes get a bit of dirt stuck in with there. Take that off. Don't wash this. Just give that a little clean with a damp towel or cloth. Sometimes you can find a clog in there. So if you've got a screwdriver like what I've got here with a claw, you can just pull that out. Got all sorts of dirt in there, and then sometimes you can just bash that out. But this is fully clogged. You've got a piece of plastic with the little claws which normally clogs your hoover, so just make a little pile of that. Then next you're going to need a little flathead, because you've got a little plastic bit here. If you just twist that, and then pull that up, you find some dirt down there. If you just get your flathead and just push all that off, you got that bit off. Put that into your cleaning bucket, and then take your head off, so you'll have a little groove there. If you just get your flathead there, or a coin, and twist that a bit, that'll come out. You'll have hair and all sorts on there. You can take all his hair off. As you can see, a bit of his brush roll has actually gone from a lot of use from the person who's been using it. So if you just get a little bit of hair off, just like this, with your screwdriver, scissors, standing knife, you name it, anything you can get your hair off of here. Take that off like that. There's sometimes a bit of dirt in there, but once you wash it, that'll come out like new. You'll sometimes find dirt in this groove here. So if you just get your flathead and just pull this out, and just pull all this stuff out. So that's all pulled out, and then if you get your same screwdriver, you're going to have two up here, you're going to have two in each corner here, and you're going to have three at the front if you just take them off, and you're going to also have one just in there with the groove for you to line your screwdriver up in. So if we just take these out, put these screws into the pot. Just if they don't come out, just lift your machine over. sometimes they can be a bit stubborn, so you have to give a bit of brute force with a screwdriver and just pull it up. And then if you just take your 3 front screws off, let's take these off. And then also don't forget to take your middle screw out. Sometimes it can be gunked over. So it might be quite hard to find, but when you find it, you'll hear a satisfying click for it to come out. And there the small screw is. And then get something that you can just put behind the neck of it. And yeah, a little click and that'll come out. You got that. Put that into your cleaning bucket or sink or wherever you're gonna clean your stuff in. And then pull these wires, don't yank on them, pull them to the corner so they're out a bit like that. Sometimes this can be a bit stiff, so get your little flathead or big flathead and just pry up against the front of it and then lift. You will have that come with it. If you just get the head and start twisting it, just so you can do a click like that with a bit of brute force, and then you'll have a little seal that goes around. You just take that seal off, put that into the cleaning bucket. You'll have a little piece there, which you have a little bit of a notch there. That is where it clicks into your head. And then you get your little flathead, go behind the motor bit and the plastic, pull that up. You got your motor and you got that, which is what your brusher on that all gets turned into. And make sure you get all the dirt off this. You can sometimes get a bit of dirt caught into here if you just get that and just pull it out as usual. Make sure all in there is clean of blockages. Easier way of doing it is get a longer screwdriver or something and just push straight along it. As you can see, there's no clog. Get a little swift around like that. And that is how you strip a V6 down. So I hope you liked the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and have a great day.